So, running about a minute behind, but I'm up. Let me give Facebook a couple seconds to get some more people on this video, because this is something that I have seen a lot and just want to talk to you guys a little bit about. So I'm going to give it a second for a couple more people to hop on, and then we're going to go ahead and get started, because this is for any avenue of life, really, and I see it a lot. Alright, so today I want to talk to you guys about your mentality, not you specifically, but people as a general. Okay, so poor is a mentality. Okay, rich is a mentality. You can be whatever you want. These are choices that people have. And I was sitting here today, and after having a couple conversations with, some of my friends, and, we're all from different walks of life, Some of us were born in extreme poverty, others were not. I don't come from a rich background whatsoever. My parents don't have even high school diplomas. My background is pretty, it's pretty scary. I come from, poverty. I had drug addicted parents. I was put into foster care. But I'm still able to get the hell out of that situation, because my mentality was, I'm not going to be poor. I'm not going to be a victim of my circumstance. And so that's what brings me to my topic today, okay? Why do people doubt opportunities that could change their financial situation, but they do not doubt these jobs that are keeping them poor? Why are they not doubting these jobs? Barely getting paid, a wage that they can live on, but they still show up every day, day in, day out, and slave away for these people. And so I talked to a couple of my friends about it, just to get an idea, what they were thinking and why people do this. Because I have some friends that they struggle really hard, and they don't have to, because they are genius. They are genius, and if they would just have a moment of courage and a moment to step out of their comfort zone, guys, you would see them, they would be phenomenal. But, maybe it's just not for them. And I'll just continue to pray for them and hope one day they find it in them to do something else. So those of you that are on here, go ahead and drop below, why do you think people, hey Barb, go ahead and drop below, why do you think people are comfortable showing up to a job that keeps them poor, but they're not even willing to look at opportunities that could change their financial situation, that could change their lives, their children's lives, their children's children's lives? So drop below some common things that you think that people, thanks Renee, that you think that people, hold themselves back. And I'll wait till a couple of people go through here. And I'm going to share with you, a really good book that I have read a couple times, actually, because there's just so much information in there on this topic. Yeah, Fear of the Unknown. That's a great one. And you know what? That was one of my biggest ones before I decided to leave my career. I had a really good career. I really did. But I was lacking in a lot of things. I did not get to see my family. I was slaving away 7 days a week. They told me when I had to work, how often I had to work, but I had that security, right? That security that if I showed up and I did everything that they wanted me to do, that they would give me what they felt I was worth, right? And I could pay my bills. But I wasn't building anything for myself, and what happens if they close their doors tomorrow? Lack of self-confidence, don't have any passion. Low self-esteem is another one. I see a lot of people, and I've talked to people countless times, that they don't believe in themselves. They are constantly putting themselves down. They don't think they're going to succeed. They don't think they're smart enough. They don't think that people will like them enough. What if people make fun of them for something? What if they fail and everybody calls them a loser? I've heard it all. And, lacking self-confidence and having that fear will really kill somebody's, whole future. Frankly, it will kill their future because it will keep them in the shadow of being somebody's slave. I mean, you go and you work 40 plus hours a week for somebody for a wage that barely keeps you living because they have been conditioned for generations to be good employees and they fear the outside of the great American box. You know what? Yeah, Renee, you're completely right. And you know what? It comes down to the education system as well because see, when we go to school, we're conditioned that, we go to work to make money. We're not taught what to do with this money, how to invest this money, how to become employers. We are conditioned and designed to be good employees. And I really wish that they would do, more education in this, teach them, financial literacy, teach them what to do with money, how to invest, how to hold on to it, how to build a 401k, how, all these things that they need to survive. And we're not teaching those in the education system. And we're really not doing them a justice. We're designing them to go and be employees and be a slave to an employer when we should be empowering them with the skills and with the knowledge to go out there and be the employer. And there's the few of us and Charlie, you're not alone. A lot of people do feel that way. And I struggled with it for many years. I was in a very abusive relationship for several years. And I've then left that situation, but the words that were told to me, you start to believe them. I was ugly, I was stupid, I couldn't achieve anything, nobody would love me, I'm never going to do great things without him, this, that. So those were all the self-talk, and you have to wake up every day, Charlie, and you have to say, I am a good person. I deserve to be better. I deserve to have opportunities. I deserve to, continue my education. I know I'm not ugly. I am worthy of these things. And you just talk to yourself. And once you start believing them, you don't allow other people to be around you to affect that and bring you down. And eventually, you won't be overnight, but eventually you'll wake up one day and you're just like, I'm fucking awesome. Excuse my language, but that's what you're going to wake up and you're just going to be like, I am awesome. I'm surrounded by people that, love me, let me be myself, and you just do away with the ugly people. Thanks, Anne. Hey, Melissa. So, how many of you guys have read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Has anybody here? Drop me a comment here if you've read it. Yeah, Renee, they don't. They don't understand it. And when they're approached with an opportunity, like most of my followers are on this profile, most of us are network marketers. Most of us are, entrepreneurs. We have our own businesses. We are out there trying to do what is completely against the norm. And when we approach people, they're like, ooh, what are they doing? Like they're trying to scam me. When really we're just trying to reach out to them and show them something that is completely against the norm because they're being conditioned to be employees and not employers. And we're just trying to help them. We're trying to help them find that happiness that we found because we can go out there and grow ourselves. I don't know about you guys, but being part of network marketing has been fantastic. I have met so many amazing people that lift your spirit and teach you amazing things, not just about marketing, not just about products, but about yourself, about self-growth, about self-love, about confidence, and so when you reach out to people and they're negative, I try to show them love and I show them grace because they may be very scared, and that is their reaction. They may be very scared because this is unnorm, right? Basically, you get in your bubble, and that bubble keeps negative. Yeah, Barb, you just get in there, and you're just like, I'm doing my thing, and you wrap this, like, bubble force field around you, and you're like, negative, go away. Go away. And I had to do that. I had to cut off family. I had to cut off people that I have grown up with since I was in diapers, because they were in a mentality that they were okay being poor, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually. They were just okay being there, and it was just feeding off of my life, so I had to let them go, and they are in my thoughts all the time, and I wish that I would one day hear from them and they have moved on from that and they're doing fantastic. And I'll never wish somebody to stay miserable. You're welcome, Charlie. Renee, you've read it. Barb, you've read it. Oh, okay, not the book, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that can enhance their lives beyond their wildest dreams if they would just. Yes. And I know it sounds cliche, but you put your mind to anything, and you can accomplish it. But it's really true, because if somebody would have told me growing up, getting bounced from house to house, parents that are on drugs, and never having food in the house, and our power's always being shut off, and barely going to school, and then I dropped out because I became a teen mom. And then if somebody would have told me that before 30 I would have built this financial empire of the following of these people and just this life, I would have laughed at them. Yes, what you put out into the world is what you get. And I would have laughed at them, truthfully. But when my first daughter was born, and I think she's actually watching. Hi, Cambria. When she was born, I decided that no way in hell was she going to grow up in that. Was I going to continue that cycle? I had to cut away from a lot of family at 16 years old. I had to get out, and I had to do it on my own. And then I had Alyssa at 19, and then I had, Madison at 23, and then I just welcomed Kai at 27. And I have managed to, build this empire, and I've gone back to school, and I got my, degree. I have a business degree, and I have a minor in marketing, and I spend my day talking to people on Facebook, and I get paid for it. And I would have laughed at somebody if they brought it to me. And so I kind of give people the grace, right? Because they're scared. They're uneducated. They know it's hard. And that's another one. Network marketing can be easy. It absolutely can be easy. Some people have the gift of gab. Some people are able to talk to people easier. Some people have a real big struggle being able to just approach people and talk. And some people just don't want to put in the work. We'll be truthful about that, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. They'll sign up, or they're like, what do you mean? You're getting paid just commission, or whatever it is, and they see it's hard and they don't want to do it, right? And it can be hard. There can be some times where you deal with a difficult customer or whatever, but can we pick our cards? Because I'd much rather work every single day at something that I love and something that I'm able to build for my children, and be here and be present, and not exchange my life for the worth of some complete stranger who thinks that, just because I put on this piece of paper, here's my work experience, that they, get to dictate how much money I'm going to bring home for my time. I'd much rather work hard for myself, work hard for my family, work hard for my goals, work hard for my children's future. We're building our kids' college funds. I didn't have one. I didn't have one growing up because, that wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing. My parents did not think about that. And if they did, they didn't try. And for whatever reason, I don't, and I have come to a point where I no longer resent them for that. I truthfully thank them for the upbringing that I was born into poverty, that I was born into the life that I was born into, because I think that if I would have been born into anything else, I wouldn't be as driven. I wouldn't be as understanding when I reach out to, to people of all different walks of life, because I have the ability to, to understand, to have compassion, to have, empathy for situations, to just make them at ease, because I've been there. I have been there, but you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. You can wake up tomorrow and decide, no more of this shit. No more. You are ready to do something else. You are ready to do something else because you deserve something else. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. If you want to go out and paint pictures for a living, do it. Do it. And do it with the most passion that you have, and you will be successful with it. Thank you, Anne. I very appreciate it. Yeah, Barbara took the leap of faith, guys. She was working for a local company here. We won't do any names, of course. And they just were not very good people to their employees. And we had a chat, and then all of a sudden she called me and she said, you know what? I quit my job. And I said, you did what? And she said, I'm done with it. I'm done with them paying me crap. I'm done with them treating me like crap. I'm doing this and this, and she has launched multiple businesses. She has literally blown me away in a matter of months. And I'm so incredibly proud of her, because especially where we live here in Kentucky, a lot of people don't know that there is another world, like a whole nother world out there, aside from going to a job and slaving away every day. And so I've made it my mission to educate people. I don't care if they join the company I'm with. I don't care if they join a company, that Barb is with, or Ann is with, or anybody else is with. I don't care where they join. As long as they are happy, they are successful. And that's why, a lot of people that are watching this video have messaged me and, have asked for tips on, how to market their business without cold messaging and spamming people and being crazy. And I help them free of charge. And they're just like, why are you helping me? And I'm like, because you asked. You asked me to help you. If you ask, you'll receive. I'll give it to you if I have the knowledge and I have the ability. And in this situation, I do. So I would be being a terrible friend if I did not help you. So, if you don't know, ladies, hi, Lee. Or was it Leah? I can't see. Anyway, hi. So if you guys, want help, need help, message me. I'm sure Barbara would also help. She's really down to earth as well, guys. She doesn't sugarcoat it, though. So if you're looking for sugarcoating, we're probably not the ones to go to. We'll tell you point blank if you're doing something wrong. If you are being crazy, we're going to tell you you're being crazy. But we'll also tell you, how to fix it. How, especially brand new people. I had a girl today cold message me. And you guys know how I feel about cold messages. And I kind of just had to tell her how it was. And it wasn't that she's a bad person. She's being trained to do this. She's being trained to copy and paste. And I told her she looks silly. And she does, right? Because she said, I've been following you for a while, honey. If you were following me for a while, you would, one, see that you're messaging me from the same company. Two, you would see that I point blank say, please don't cold message me. Don't cold message me. You can send me 1,000 messages and say, hello, how's your day? What's going on? But please, for the love of everything, don't make your first message to me, buy my products, join my team. Because, you guys, that's not the way we do it. It's not the way we do it. It's spammy. It makes people think that we're all scammers and robots, and I really wish other leaders would teach that, because copy and pasting isn't teaching anybody anything, and it's surely not leadership. It's surely not leadership. But I'm going to hop off here. I encourage you guys that have not watched, read, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, to do it. I think it's on Amazon. At least that's where I got my copy. And it was super cheap, too. I'll see if I can find a coupon code and post it in the comments for you guys. And just read it and tell me what you guys think. There's a lot of really good tips in there about financial literacy, what to do with your money once you have it. You know, a lot of really good tips. A lot of good tips. And it had a lot of eye-opening information for myself, because, you know, I wasn't taught the things that I should have been, you know, with my parents. I didn't know how to get credit cards, or what to do with credit cards, or what interest rates were, or savings accounts, or anything. They didn't even have checking accounts. They didn't have any financial security, and it's really scary because they are nearing the age that they should be retiring, and they're from job to job. They don't have a retirement saved up. They don't have a 401k. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. And I'm making it my mission to make sure that you guys don't end up another statistic. I'll talk to you guys later.